Yeah, it's that time. We need to go over the most popular IEMs of 2019. This is the hilarious case that everyone loves. Chinglish, word soup, whatever you want to call it. It's great. What do we have here? We got a box. We got some stuff in it. Who cares? We got some Blons. The Blon 03. Now, the first thing that everyone complains about is the fit, which fits me like a glove and is amazing, and I have no problems with it. The big deal is nobody can get a good fit, and this for me works perfect. These are little 3-flange silicone. They have like a wide bore, well, at least for silicone, compared to like Etymotic or something. And they extend the tip to the place where it seals in my ear perfectly. They're made of metal, which means you can like smash them on the ground and they're not going to crack in half. What else matters that nobody else has said a million times? $30, $35, something like that. Oops, I just stuck them on wrong. This is a Linsol HC08 copper cable, which is pretty nice, actually. The only reason I'm using it, actually, other than looks nice, is got this little Radstone ES100. Got to go balanced with this guy. Sounds best. So this is a little dynamite little rig, man. We got your Blon 03 for $35. Got your ES100 for well, I got this for $80 on sale. I think they're like 80 on sale, 100 every day. This right here is a killer rig, man. Just killer. You could enjoy anything with this, any genre. You don't have to worry about, well, I mean, maybe this guy losing that, but these guys you don't have to worry about. You could just use them, abuse them, do whatever you want. That's kind of the charm, or at least part of it. I bought 4 of these bad boys from my friends, and also just to see if they had any like quality issues. As far as I could tell, they sound all the same. Other people say maybe not, but yeah, whatever, $30. So what do they do good? Everybody has their own opinions what these do well. For me, these obviously a very relaxing listen. The mid bump that a lot of like the Harman mid bump is chopped. We call it the chop top Harman. Quite relaxing. They're actually quite extended up into the treble range. There's quite a lot of information above 10K on these, which is impressive for one dynamic driver. The Soundstage on these is huge. Not everyone agrees on that, but let's just say, for instance, that the 800 ST, which is supposed to be, it's like almost an open back. It's supposed to be one of the widest IEMs out there, maybe the 1000, EX 1000. Like, I swear to God, to my ear, maybe it's just these that I got. I got the special ones, but they sound as wide. And I like them more for everyday listening than the 800 STs because they're much more extended. The 800 STs roll off pretty tight on the upper treble. I could look it up, doesn't matter. Everybody knows they're kind of a dark set, but what they the darkness are made up by the Soundstage, the incredibly linear bass, the openness of the sound being an open back. We're talking these Sonys. And these do so much of that so well. It's just phenomenal. The fact that the mids aren't pushed means you can hear more of the Soundstage, in my opinion. You can hear more of the like micro detail, ambient audio cues that tell your ears that you're listening to something bigger than just in your head. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I hear. So yeah, the Soundstage on these is just phenomenal. And for $30, I've never heard anything as good as that, ever. And they actually do pretty much match all of the best Soundstages I've ever heard in an IEM. Of course, it could be that I just don't have a lot of experience. Everyone, has the things they've heard. But to me, they sound amazing. What else? The treble. It's like so well extended. It has sparkle. It has detail. It has spatial cues that other dynamic driver sets don't have. And surely not at the $30 range. And I mean, that's really why these are getting so much love out there. What genres do they do well? Well, let's go over it. I mean, they got really good sub bass. It is extended well. My pair especially, the sub bass is extended well. The mid bass is not that much. It certainly doesn't get in the way of anything, and it doesn't bother me. And I've heard other people complain about that. So I don't know. Could be just that I like mid bass, or maybe I don't hear it, or who knows. But yeah, mid bass on these is just right. Sub bass extended, excellent, textured. Not necessarily as tight as I've ever heard. What else? What are some words that we go? It is extended well, but it's not as extended as like the best bass sets I've ever heard. It's just real well. It definitely goes down into the sub range. You can hit, 30, 40 hertz with a lot of energy, a lot of like resonance power. But like 20 hertz doesn't sound as energetic. It doesn't have that sort of air hitting your eardrum feel like, say, the 16 millimeter Sonys can give you that feel in spades. And like if you're in a subwoofer in your own room, that kind of a feeling is what I'm talking about. So yeah, bass is excellent, but not as good as it could ever get. But $30, it's freaking phenomenal. Yeah. EDM, excellent. Pop, excellent. Anything with like really rich mids, it'll bring those. The richness is still there, but it's down a notch. So you're going to hear a little more of the high end, like the Soundstage, the cymbals, the little accoutrement of the sound stage around you. You'll hear a little more of that versus like a more mid-centric set. And again, that's another reason why I love them. It's just such an airy, spacious, relaxing sound. They do so much well. It's just amazing.